Alright, hi there. Let me just get a couple of things set up. I'm trying a couple things here, and I don't know how well they worked. And because I'm trying to switch up a couple things just to make sure. Running ads before stream now, since we got that whole thing set up, just so we can kind of make sure we can get rid of pre-roll stuff for people. Well, that old thing. Alright. We are readying up, and we're gonna run this thing. Yeah, well, it's part of what comes with the affiliate tags, so... But the nice thing is, if I run them in the beginning, at least for the next hour, anyone who joins the stream won't see them. And then, if after an hour, then they'll get the pre-rolls after that, unless I run them again. But when I'm doing randomizer, I think I'm just going to kind of pre-roll in the beginning. I just realized I never... Did I really never turn on my cam? I'll get that in a second. I thought I did. I gotta get used to just pressing more buttons. Yeah, that's fine. I know why. Okay, there we go. See, I gotta just get used to hitting more buttons now. And that's the part that I have to... Whatever. It's called getting into new routines. Whoops. It's a good thing this isn't a formal race. Is there a what? I'm not sure I knew what you meant, though. A fine button. What? Sorry, I'm still not sure. Oh, this is fine? Yeah. I don't have a lot of stuff set up yet. Because... This literally all went down... I did the wrong thing again. I gotta get my escape down a little bit better. This all went down yesterday morning. I got the email, and I'm like, oh, crap. And so I started messing with some stuff. But I don't have a lot of things set up, and that's okay. I kind of want the bomb. So I'm just kind of on the fly here with a couple things done, and that's about it. And that's alright. But this is a good trial run so that I can understand how I might want to switch up a couple things. Like I said, if I can, I'd like to do pre-roll stuff just for that first hour to make it better for people. Then you're not missing anything. Okay, we need to play it safe, because I'm being stupid again. There. Yeah, I know, you got that coming up. And I know you're not thrilled, but at the same time, I'm sure it's going to be... If they feel like it's going to be a big improvement for you, then good. But yeah, you must have done a number on it if they got to do the surgery. Six weeks of recovery afterwards? Yeah. Sounds about right. Well, at least you're getting it done because sometimes the surgery's, you know, a necessary thing. Oh, you jerk. Everything hurts. There. I must have moved just a little bit up. So I did not get the key dash. Another bottle? Ugh. Oh, is that where you're getting it done? Yeah, they have a surgical center right in there now, don't they? It's a U of R run one. I went too far right there. Yeah. Yep, I'm aware of that. I've never been in it, but I certainly know it exists. Alright, that was a bad escape, but that's also because I was dicking around with stupid stuff here. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, surgical centers, they gotta keep them real clean, because that way people are, staying safe when they go through and do any type of surgeries, operations, etc. Okay. Get away from me, dancing pickle. Why? Rude. It's in another building. Okay, bombs. Actually, that makes sense because that building is primarily orthopedic, right? So that's why you would be going there because they do like wrists, knees, that kind of stuff. Okay. Let's see if I get something from the tree pole here. Beautiful. That's what I was hoping for. Alright, that just made my day, because now we can clear out the village very easily. Hookshot, mushroom. That's not faster, but I still did it that way. Hmm. Yeah, I figured that they would probably give you that, because... Do they say about how long they think the surgery is going to take? Probably at least a couple hours, right? worth. You don't know? Yeah, sometimes they'll tell you. Or they have an estimation. I don't want to fuck with that. Should look at our map real quick. Okay. Oh. I don't know if I like that. 45 minutes? I mean, it could be really short if all they got to do is just do a quick repair. It just won't heal on its own, and it might not be a super fast thing. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. Ah, damn it. Want that. I should have known. That's alright. We're a fire source away from being able to beat desert. I think we still want to do our checks in the south to see if we get a fire source. Yeah. I'll tell you, I was nervous though. I had one major surgery over a little over 5 years ago now, and I was nervous about the anesthesia part. And I'm gonna tell you, don't worry about that part, because what's gonna happen is you're just gonna close your eyes, and the next thing you know, you're gonna wake up and the surgery's over. It's like you're gonna finally understand what it's like to time travel. It's pretty cool, actually. And these doctors are trained very well. They know what they're doing. So it's kind of a neat experience. But when I was going to go in for surgery, I think that's the part that I was most worried about, because I never had any type of major anesthesia before, so I was just like nervous about that, but it ended up being very easily. Yeah, so they might have put you right out with that. See, when I had my wisdom teeth taken out, I was under like a sedation by IV, but I wasn't fully knocked out with anesthesia, so I didn't experience a full anesthesia at that time. So I did not know. Alright, we have the money for Zora, but we don't have a Moon Pearl. Get! Oh my god. I thought he was going to get me again. There we go. But I could go to Hobo. Zora's in Logic. I think we do it quick, and then I can always go to Saha Eastern afterwards, if that's the play I want to make before I take the chance at Agina. The only way I'm going to get bit if Agina actually has the lamp or fire rod. Okay. Oh! Okay. That's really good. That's an out of logic lamp that lets me clear out Pendant Desert. Okay. That's kind of cool. It also opens up some Death Mountain stuff. So that's just behind the flippers, right? So we know the flippers aren't going to be behind any of those spots. That's wild. Okay. Pretty happy with that. I was not expecting that to be there at all. Alright. Alright. It's just bombs. Yeet. The art birthday, which was not so good, so... Oh, there's the flippers. Okay, so all of this is in logic. Shit. Alright, I guess I'm gonna take the time to go and do the stupid... This might not be the wisest decision, but we're gonna do it anyway. I'm going back so I can do Waterfall Cave. A vanilla flipper, by the way. The slip needs to cover from the wrist down, the plaster from the poke. Okay, yeah. But that also, like, can that just move around, like, the longer you just happen to be wearing the cast, things just shift after a bit, so... Okay. Like, so that's not necessarily, like, horrible, but that's just how it works. Like, it'll shift around. I don't know. I'm just... Because I think, like, if you're casted, after a while, the damn thing just moves. Alright, we don't need that item. I forgot where the dash line was. It's like one tile over. And I didn't do it right. It's one item. This may or may not be the big key. Alright, it is. Because we didn't know what's on the torch yet. So, Austin, even though you've been casted up, have you at least been able to, like, do some nice things and have fun at all while you've gone out and done some stuff since you've had a little bit of extra time? Yeah, exactly. You're going to move a lot, so it's going to slip. Yeah, I mean, they want to align it because if it slips too much, then it might not heal correctly, and that might be why they want to make sure... Alright. If it doesn't heal correctly, they want to make sure it does. And that might be one of the reasons why eventually, if they don't see it healing properly, they're going to be like, alright, let's just do the surgery and make sure it does. Because really, I mean, the goal is you want to have full functional use of that wrist back, right? So I might need to consider going up to, that was a nice miss, Death Mountain after this, maybe. It's such a hard call. But we have checks up there. I think that's the right call. Nice. Got a new drink. Was this another Starbucks drink? I know you like your Starbucks drinks. Oh, I missed the torch. That's so lame. I guess we just gotta sword this thing, because I don't have anything else, so... Salted caramel mocha, that does sound pretty good. Is that a hot or cold drink? Cold? Yeah, that's... At this time of year, that's all I would want, is cold coffee drinks. I love my iced coffee and stuff, cold brews. Yeah. Alright. Here. Good enough? Double bomb desert. Your third cup of it? I just have good old-fashioned water right now. I added some coffee earlier. Oh yeah, we gotta check Agina. I almost forgot to do this. I had some friends up here, and we had breakfast, and I had plenty of coffee there, and now I'm just doing water for a bit. Yeah, I bet it is good. Alright, let's get up the mountain. Okay. I gotta be cognizant of the fact that this could be an Agaseed still. Ah, you're a dick. Get out of my way. Alright. Looks like I have a heart for a stun prize. Not awful. Alright. That's fine. Took one. Doing a lot of iPad gaming. Anything in particular on there? I think we're gonna take the life refill here just in case, because mountain sucks. Ew. Thanks for nothing. Alright. We might not be back on this side because we don't have hammer. So let's go and check what's inside and on top of Spec Rock. And I don't know why I didn't hook dash. Okay. $50. Just achievement hunting for things? That's fair. Alright, these are both crap. That's great. Yeah, you and your achievements, man. It's a crazy, crazy number. I love it. I love it. Oh, hey. Suddenly, Hera is accessible. Alright, that's good. I'm gonna do that while we're up here. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. And that's nice too. Alright, all we need is another glove or a hammer. Hello. So, mountain was a good play. And we might check, if we don't see what we want in Hera, we might check Eastern. We still got Spiral Cave here to do, though. What was that? Boomerang. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. I almost went in the wrong one, because I was just trying to dodge the stupid dead rock. Ugh, get out of my way. You know... Alright. Let's go back to the other side of the mountain and we can get Hera done. Can also do Ether Tablet while we're here. And check our map. We have so many things to do. Were we using an old username in Game Center? Alright, Mire and Swamp and green here and here. Okay. Not necessarily the combo I wanted to see. Got more money than we know what to do with. Apple blueberry. What? Is it just an old account? Nah. Okay. Alright, so we have a big key. No item yet. You can die. I'm done with you. And since we have hookshot and boots... we can do this. That's a good item. Alright, we just gotta hope to avoid the stupid key. Got it. I tried. I failed. But I tried. I gotta get the right position for that. Okay. Speaking of Apple, can you tell me rumors of the public betas for 26 are coming out this week? I got greedy, but luckily he didn't get me. Whoa. Come on. Alright, that works. What I won't be surprised about, and this is just me saying this, you see a 3.5, and it matches the public beta that gets released. It won't be a full beta 4. That's my guess, because they've done that before. So we'll see. But that's my guess. If I had to take a guess, that's what it is. That's the date. Yeah, we'll see. They usually push everything out by Monday, Tuesday. So what I'm thinking is, if the public one doesn't come out till Tuesday, they put a 3.5 update out tomorrow, and then the public one gets pushed out Tuesday. Okay, that I'm not sure how important that's going to be, but I guess we'll find out. So the question is, do I go into Eastern, possibly waste some time doing this, but I still have some early checks that I can do. I forgot to dash right twice. I have early checks I can do at Saha, and Eastern's fully clearable, so I'm thinking I'm just going to do this. And then the only thing that'll be left that I didn't do is the mushroom turn-in, which I'm going to just check that off. Okay, lots of life. There we go. I don't think 18.6 just got beta 3 this week, and they've been doing it every other week cycle for that beta. Probably because the team is half split up. Like, most of them are working on 26, with a handful just doing the bug fixes for 18.6 at this point. So I think another week and 18.6 will just get an RC. Because there's really nothing in there besides just the bug fixes. And like, at least not for us. I think it's more international stuff. If they release that part. I don't even remember. So, we'll see. That's my guesses. We'll see if I'm right. That's the rumor, is that it's coming this week. And like I said, I think that'll come out, and they release a beta 3.5 for developer. And the 3.5 will end up being the public beta. But they're going to make sure that that's correct first. So if they make any additional bug fixes, it'll be there. Oh, I had beams. I could have... Oh, well. Alright, 2 of the items late. Kind of stinks. Right? Yeah. Oh yeah, because we haven't found any of them. All 3 items are back here. Okay. I didn't do the spin. Come on. I gotta practice more, because I'm just forgetting to do little things. Yeah, let's not talk about 27. You got a whole year for that. We're jumping the gun a little bit. Jumping the gun a lot. Like, hello. Oh, that's good. Okay, I got it. That was required. It might have not gotten me Dark World access yet, but who knows? Well, yeah, they'll start. Oh, come on, you piece of crap. They'll start to develop for 27, but they're not going to talk about it until in June next year. Who's the guy that Apple is like going after? John Prosser? Because they like use some really bad tactics to get information on what iOS 26 is going to look like. Alright. I think... we just climb. Which we probably should have done a while ago. But we got the fire rod out of there, so I'm not upset about it. That's a pretty good find. Nice. Yeah, Apple is, because they use some really bad tactics to get advanced information. Like, they basically break into someone's place or something like that, and I don't remember. I read it briefly, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of shady. Like, getting someone's device that they shouldn't have been able to get or something? I don't know. I was like, wow, I mean, just for a scoop, like, kind of bad. Bum 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 bum. Nice. Bum bum ba da 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 dum ba dum bum 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 bum. Dicks. No, I have not seen the emojis. I must have missed that article. Oh my god. Stop it. Let's go. Trombone treasure chest. What? Oh, it's two different things. Okay. I'm like, what's a trombone treasure chest? I got it. A little slow there. Okay, I was like, you see that? I shot the fire rod. It somehow went through him, but then the ricochet in the back got it. Okay. Why are we just... Like, I got him with splash damage from behind. That was pretty wild. An apple core. Is that what the emoji you're going to use when you feel like apples run out of ideas? Yes, now you will. Here we go. Ah, yes, this boss music. So good. Jerk. Jerk. Alright. Alright, that's 2. 3 blue balls. 4 blue balls. Come on, you jerk. Five. Come on, one more. 5 blue balls. We're 5 and 5 here. So bad. 6 blue balls. Come on. Don't do it. You gotta be kidding me. What a jerk. Alright. What a bad boss. Alright. Sure. Alright, we're gonna do a thing, and then we're gonna head directly to... I think we head directly to Skullwoods, and we work our way around. Because, again, we don't have the hammer. But I can do certain things. Ugh. Hate that guy. We're going to just go ahead and get a couple potions now, because we're... Good chance we're not going to come back here. Yeah, I saw a few different things for the colors. I don't know if I was super impressed, to tell you the truth. Yeah, the orange is kind of... I had a phone with that color once, and it wasn't my choice. It was okay. I don't think I'd ever buy it on my own, though. Okay. Everything needs to back off. It looks like Starbucks caramel. Well, then maybe it's right up your alley. I thought that bomb was going to wipe me out. We should have just grabbed them. It doesn't matter. Not like I won't find arrows. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go peek at Bumper, and then we're gonna go do Skullwoods. Okay. Okay, bumper is garbage. So is this, for that matter. Okay. Yeah, I've never... That's the one thing, like... When it comes to, like, those weird fall flavors, I don't mind caramel. Like, caramel's good. I'm not a huge fan of the pumpkin flavor that's out there. Like, there's a couple things that I've had where I'm like, okay, this is good. But not much. I'm just not a fan of it for whatever reason. It just doesn't taste right to me. Because I don't think it's actually not pumpkin. It's just like nutmeg and cinnamon and stuff like that. And it's alright. iPhone pumpkin? Yeah, there you go. Maybe they're doing a collab with Starbucks and that's why they got that color. There we go. Alright. So let's open the chest back here. Then we'll mirror and read ped just so we know. Though the likelihood of ped being something important is very low, I think, with some of the dungeons that have pendants in them. But it would still be comforting to rule it out. With 2 front cameras. Well, I think there are some people out there who carry around their iPad and use it like it's their camera. And I don't know why. But it's a thing. Okay, that's a nice item. That would have been nice before Moth, but that's okay. And you're not going to fix those people. I don't understand why they do it, but they do. Okay, that's what we figured. Was not going to be important. Yeah, so they want to make the cameras better on them because they know people are using them for that. And it's like, all right, whatever. All right, let's see what the second item is in here. Funny. I think we just got that right the first time. Thank you, game. All right. Okay, I don't know if I wanted that, but we have it. We don't even have to go over there. I hate everything about the fact that I get the items for Green Pendant Turtle Rock. I mean, we still can't get in there, and that's fine, but it's annoying nonetheless. Okay, this guy sucks. Alright, I think I consider doing the first 4 in Thieves just to make sure that we don't have something that's like right in the front that would be helpful. Okay, that might be helpful. Because, like, I'm going to go to Swamp, but Swamp is not in logic besides the first check. Because we don't have a hammer. So it's like, But we can clear it out, and it'll give us information, and that's actually pretty good. So let's actually mirror and do that. I can't get into Mire. The flute is required, but we can't do anything with it until we find Mitts. It might help us get around a little bit, though. But I think what I want to do, I want to get down to Hype Cave, and then we can go into Swamp if we're still looking for stuff. Even though it might not be a required... Well, it's required, but might not be the progression we want. I mean, we needed more arrows. Not that that was... Because then if I go that way, I can eventually work my way to Pod. Alright, we already got 2 items in here. That's feeling pretty good. I'm feeling super good if I get 3 items out of the front and a Pendant Thieves, because then I just don't ever want to come back. Boom. Alright, so we'll get 2. That's fine. Alright, let's do a dig game, Stumpy, and head to Hype. Missed. Sure. At least it was a quick dig. Nah. Alright. Okay, there's the hammer. Alright, so that puts Swamp and Pod completely in logic. We really just need mitts and possibly medallions. Get out of here. Yeah. We just don't know. Once we get mitts, we'll be able to know if we're in go, because if Ether opens up Mire, then we're set. If it doesn't, then we'll be looking for Bombos or Quake. I'm going here. Mitts has this lovely ability of just randomly showing up in this damn place. So let's find out. Okay, early item. What is my other Myers, my other 5-6? So that's not happening. Alright, that's good to see 2 items, because we're just going to go straight back and hope that we don't have to worry about the rest of this. It might bite my ass, but we have all pod to do still, too. Lovely. Are you have a bruise on your wrist? From arm to wrist? Yeah. Remember though, bruises are a sign of healing. That was horrible. Still horrible. That'll do it. There's 2 items still in here, but we're going to go to pod. We're going to take the risk. I'll come back if I have to. But I'm going to see if pod's got the answer. I could have also checked Bombo's tablet. I should have probably considered that. Whoops-a-daisy. Oh, and I didn't even do K45. Did I blow right by that? I'm bad. Alright, well, if we don't find it in here, we'll go back and check those things. Okay. All right, 2 smalls on both sides. Let's go get them. This might not be actually faster. I don't know. Something I should probably look into. Probably isn't. Okay. No. That's an item I find. French vanilla single arrow. Alright. Okay. So after pod, we have some cleanup stuff that we can do. There's a couple mirror locations that I didn't look at. We could do tail between the legs, go back into swamp if we really need to after I check a couple of those. It might be required. Oh, I forget to look when I have full health because beams would help in this case. All right, here we go. All right, we're gonna ask for this guy to please drop the mitts. All right, please drop the mitts. Yes! Oh my god, I just struck gold there. Woo! Okay, that was amazing because I really did not think I was going to get them there. Okay, we're in go. We gotta do... Well, we're not necessarily in go. We gotta go to Mire first and find out. If that's not Ether, then we gotta look at stuff. So let's go find out right now whether or not we can get into Mire. Because if that's Ether, then we're in go mode. And that'll be pretty good. I'll sneak a quick peek at whatever's in Mire's shed as well. Holy shit. We're in go. Alright. Good feeling. That's what I was hoping for. Give me a mail upgrade, just a little bit more defense as we go through these last few dungeons. Alright. We're gonna have to hunt down the stupid big key here anyway. So we'll probably end up getting the items out of here, or at least one of them. And then we'll quickly clear out ice. That was a good room. Stop it. Chris Titus Tech. I have no idea what that is. Come on. All right, let's go. I see. It makes sense. Okay. You know, I'm not used to actually getting the big key so damn early that I don't need to hit this stupid switch. It's like a tease when that happens. Oh my god. And sometimes Windows coding too. Yeah, I know very little. It's something I wanted to learn at an early age. I had trouble trying to teach myself. Oh, as I'm running into stuff. Hi. Wombat, what's up? That's not what I want to do here. Sweet! Yo. Alright, that's cool. I jumped into a little pickup thing here. I'm actually in Go now. It's great. I just gotta do Ice and then go to GT. So, I'm actually at a good pace on this one. Took a little risk, left 2 items, left side swamp, and decided to do pod instead. Sweated out in pod, and then Helma dropped my mitts, and that was my go mode item. I didn't know that for sure. I had to come to Mire and see that I had ether here, and then I was like, cool, let's do it. Yeah, it sure is. It blocks off a lot of stuff that I can't do, which is helpful. Now we can... And we'll see if the couple other guys who are running this found the route as well or not. I think Gumby's in this one. And he's really good. And I forgot, I think Keith McRocks and maybe one other. I forgot how many people ended up being in this one. So a few of the guys who are playing this. I don't know why I'm killing these guys, but alright, whatever, we got the key. I'm in go mode and I'm like losing it, so that's fine. That's why it's a practice. Go back and hit the switch, and then... It would have been funny if I accidentally killed that room and then, like, silvers popped up. I'm like, oh, oops. Alright. And actually, since I did grab that key, I guess I don't even need to grab the one from over here, so we'll just head right downstairs. Yeah, you did it because... Exactly. Yeah. I'll do that one. Oh, it's another key. I was just hoping to grab one of the items out of here. But that's it. That's all we're grabbing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, sometimes I'll have trouble getting the exact pixel there, but this time, today it played out nice. Okay. Don't switch. I didn't like that. That's not what I wanted to do, but that's alright. Half magic, we're good. Yeah. I figure you pass by it, you could just open it, take the second. If you get lucky and it's important, great. If not, oh well. I'm not worried about it. We know the other bows in GT. Not that I'm necessarily going to get to it. Fire Rod dupes? Yeah, I could have done it. Like with the sword slashes and stuff, or the sword beams. But if I didn't have half magic, I would have done it. Yeah. If I didn't have half magic, I would have done it. But with half magic, I'm pretty confident I can knock him out, so... I probably would have considered doing it if I wasn't on Tempered Sword. Come on. Okay. There we go. We did not open up the portals, so let's go this way. Come on. There we go. Should we do the funny and find out if there's silvers here? No. Alright. Let's go to GT. Alright. I'm a DM router typically with GT, though I have occasionally switched it up, but I usually been sticking with it because it keeps me more consistent. So let's see if this pays off or not. You could sit right there, Shovel. Dealer's choice, yeah. I mean, it's really... It could be in any one of these checks. And so it's like... No matter what route you take, if you just kind of get lucky, that's kind of what it is. Holy small keys. Yeah, there's a shovel on the torch, and I'm not grabbing it. At this point, it's not going to have anything important for us. Alright. Let's see if I can not screw up this room like I did the last couple times. I'm just going to get this guy out of here. It's easier now that I have half magic, to be honest. Okay. Better. Shovel has the juice. Okay. Okay, there. I was worried that that might miss. It just made it. Beautiful. We have 3 keys. Let's go. The shovel knows what it did. It is... Anytime a fetch quest shows up in GT, it's pretty funny. Stupid spike. I'm gonna grab that. Because why not? Just take our time there so we don't take too many more hits. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, Shovel might have wanted to go with me, but I guess it should have shown up earlier then. I thought this seed was pretty funny early because I had everything but a fire source to do desert early. And then I did my water walk to Hobo. Hobo had the lamp. And I'm like, oh. I wonder... shouldn't have done it. There we go. I might pop a potion here in a second. Or we wait. Yeah, it is. For whatever reason, when I did a lot of gauntlet work playing this for a while, I did a lot of it with the bow. And so I'm comfortable with the bow for some stupid reason, though I should switch. Especially if I'm going to pop a potion anyway here. I might not, actually. Because we can grab a heart in the next room and I'm going to be fine for a bit. Yeah. There we go. But I do need to, like, tell myself that it's okay to use it because for whatever reason, when I play this game, I'm too conservative with my magic usage, and I gotta stop doing that. Okay. Now we're gonna pop it because I'm not taking the chance at this. That was kind of funny. What a dumb bridge. Nah, I could have. It's like, I've played this game for a long time, so I'm pretty confident in a lot of stuff. I mean, GT can still troll you every now and then, like that. Half the time, if I get trolled, though. I do it to myself. Okay, really? Alright. As I was saying. Let's take a walk around and just do this over. Okay. Alright, we're gonna open these up for lulz. But there's a good chance that silvers will just be in one of these dungeons that we didn't open up anything in. Probably in TR. Watch them be in TR. Ah, come on. Oh, wait, what? What was that? Alright, I might want that one clipped. I don't think I've ever experienced that happening. That's a new one for me. So it did blow it open, but it just didn't show it. It was a little graphical thing. That's funny. Alright, well, we found Quake. Like it matters. Aw, come on. Okay, good enough. Well, all things considering, I'm gonna have a decent time on this one. Really good time. As long as these guys cooperate. I think I got a triple there. Okay. No, I didn't. Yeah, too close to count. It didn't count it. Alright. I needed one more on him, so I'm just like, whatever. Is the jingle glitch the thing that despawns that 6th floor? Because I'm very aware of that, and I did that a long time ago, and I'm like, oh, that's the worst. So I'm usually pretty careful about that. And so I've been doing the torch room, the way you saw me do the torch room. Oh, wait, has that been patched out? Seriously? I thought that was still... It can't happen anymore? I've been really being careful about that. I didn't know that. I must have missed that in the notes. That's really good to know. No one's told me that. Alright, I want to be a little bit more careful here. We still have a potion, so I'm fine. I walked right through him with my sword out. I don't know what the hell that was either. Okay. Okay. Still thinking yeah, SMZ3 I know is based off an older version, so that's good to know. I do that on occasion for fun, but my Super Metroid movement is not very optimal, so there are some seeds where it's like, oh, you need to do this wonderful trick, and I might not know it. But I do have fun with it, because I love Super Metroid. I'm just not amazing at it. Yeah, multi-world I know works off of old stuff too. Okay, good. Okay. Just wait and be patient for a second. Missed. 3. 4. 5. 6. Missed. 7. 7. Eight. 9. There's a triple. There we go. Imagine having ever played a single Metroid game. Wait, really? You've never played a Metroid game before? Hey, there we go. Finished in second. Steinchen finished first with a 123.12. And Gumby and Keith are still going. Nice. Not a fan of Metroidvania. Decent moves. Yeah, thanks. I missed a couple things that I should have had. I was a little bit late. I think I had a couple spins and maybe early on another one, but I think on one of my yeah, I get the fire rod more for triples. Yeah, good call. That's something I can definitely work on a little bit. It's funny because what in my head I'm like, oh, again, it's that whole I need to conserve magic thing when I don't necessarily need to. And I get that in my head, and it's like, no, you have half magic, you still have a blue potion. I can use the fire rod pretty liberally and not have to worry about it. Right, exactly. And so I just have to like get that in my head and make sure that I'm like doing the things I need to do. But I don't always do it, and I don't know why. So it's just one of those things I gotta get used to focusing on a little bit more. Yeah. For sure. Yep, I have my resources, I gotta use them. That's definitely true. But I guess, in a way, it's like, I'm also kind of... Like, obviously in a race setting, I gotta just do it. And in this type of setting, it's like, I'm kind of also, in a way, it's like practicing for when I don't have them. Because, like, I had some... There was, one of my tournament races, I had to finish Master Sword Silverless, which I'm pretty comfortable with. But, oh my god, I remember the first time I had to learn Master Sword Ganon. Ugh. It was bad. But it's hey, I'm doing pretty good with it. Yeah, it just feels tedious. It's not that awful. Phase 2 is the worst for me. But I think I also didn't have a safety, or at least not the cape, so I couldn't do spins. And my opponent was in the same boat. Like we had, it was just a rough setup there. So it was what it was. But hey, good. I'm glad you got to stop in when I had a decent time on this, and can always check it out. This was pretty good. I feel like my routing was not bad. You'll know the only pendant dungeon so I went into Eastern. No, dude, they're totally fine. I appreciate you popping in and checking this out. I did Eastern before I did. So you got everything to be able to clear out desert. And then I ended up going up on the mountain because now I had hookshot and, desert's done. We end up getting hookshot early as well. Once I got the lamp, I cleared out the crystal, went up on Death Mountain. Death Mountain and Paradox Gate gave me the lamp, so I was able to do Hera while I was up there. It was great. Then I'm like, okay, I can climb Aga, or I can do Eastern, and just see if Eastern has another glove or hammer. And while it didn't do that, Antifairy Chest did have the Fire Rod. So, that was really good. And then I said, alright, we'll just do Aga. And then I did Aga. I didn't go into Pod right away because I'm like, well, I don't have the hammer. Let's go to Skullwoods because we got the Fire Rod. Let's go up there. So I did Skullwoods and some checks on the way. Ended up going down to Village of Outcasts. Just did the first 4 thieves. I went down and then I was like, all right, let's go to Hype Cave. Hype Cave had the hammer, so I was able to clear out Swamp and clear out Pod. I didn't do the left side swamp because I'm like, let's clear up pod first. If I still don't find the mitts, because at that point I'm mitts go once I get the hammer. Without the knowledge of what opened up Mire. I said, I'll clear out pod. If we get the mitts, we're probably in pretty good shape. So sure enough, on Helma, check Mire, it's Ether, we already have that, we're good. So it was nice, fast, like just kind of follow it seed, but I'm wondering how many people just did Aga and skipped Eastern, and that could be what's it could have been a difference there. I just got lucky by going into that pendant dungeon and getting it, so yeah, I get it, like, because it's like if you do that, you put the time into it. The one thing that's nice, okay, you open up the portal there, but if Eastern just had another glove sitting right in the first chest, you did blow a lot of time, knowing, because I think the lumberjack item was only 3 bombs, so it's like, I know I'm not going to get anything of value there. Right. At that point, I needed one of two things, and, you know, both of them ended up being buried in the Dark World anyway, so it didn't matter. But I still got something of value out of Eastern, so that play felt pretty good. And wow, it looks like Gumby's still going. I'm kind of surprised. So yeah, well, and I did Agena because I already went to Desert. So I did Desert and then went to Agena's cave, and then that's when I saved and quit, went up the mountain. So like I literally had, I think the only other thing I didn't do before I did the Aga play was the mushroom turn in. But I figured, okay, if I get burned on that, oh well. I did the mushroom turn in after doing Aga. I'm like, well, I might as well do the mushroom turn in and just check Catfish and just route that in together. And if I get burned on the mushroom turn in, oh well. And then I just went from there. So that way I didn't isolate everything up there, but the Aga play ended up being totally required anyway. So I just got it done because the flute I didn't have until later anyway, because that was in chess game. You'll check it after a save and quit. Yeah, I thought about it, but I was like, if I'm going to have the route up there anyway, yeah, I'm trying to remember. So I have scummed the mushroom before, but at the same time, I'm just like, yeah. I've done that before. But in this case, I didn't even check Magic Bat because by the time I got the powder, I think it was in Swamp. I was like, I'm going to just go to, the Fake Flipper from Link's House is quick, especially with the boots start. You just bonk and go, right? Hey, Steinchen, how you doing? GG's. Nice run. We both did pretty well in that one. I was just telling Wombat, I got the Fire Rod before I did Aga, and I'm wondering if that's what's throwing off anyone else who was doing this one, because I had that and just went and did Aga and then just started clearing out Dark World dungeons, and before you knew it, you're in go. I skipped left side swamp, which was smart in this case. No, it's not. Antiferry Chest is a crap spot in general. Yeah, that's true, because you very easily could have gotten mitts ahead of time, because you can get hammer out of hype, and if they would have gotten the mitts out of pod, that opens up so many garbage locations that Fire Rod could technically be in. Ugh, I don't even want to think about it. That's rough. Well, thanks for popping in. I'm going to get going because I got a couple things I want to take care of. And then in about an hour, I'm going to be doing comms for the restream at 4. So I got to be ready for that. You played Left Side Swamp? Yeah. So it was in that weird debate, like, okay, there's 2 items over there. Do I do this? And I decided I'm going to just go to pod. And then here's the other thing too. I went to pod and I'm looking at my tracker and I'm like, holy crap, I skipped K45. I didn't do Bamos tablet. So I'm like, well, all right, I'm just going to clear out pod. If I don't get it, then I have a few things to go back and look at. And I was like, all right, that won't be too bad. But luckily for me, those checks didn't end up being anything significant. And I didn't even see what did Ganon say the silvers were at? I didn't even read it. I have no idea. Oh, you were away from keyboard too? Oh my god. Nice. Whoops. And you still pulled that off. Nice job. Yeah. Light World? Just Light World, huh? Huh. It could have been I never peeked at Checkerboard or Bamos Tablet. It could have been something like that. Yeah, I'll reach out. I'm thinking once we know the pairings today, I'll see if they have something open for the times that work well with you to Wombat, and then we can try to see if we can schedule that later in the week, and that'll give us a time to that'll give us some time to figure that out. Yeah, Checkerboard you don't know, so maybe that's what it was. I guess it could have been on Green. It could have been on Green Pendant too. In that case, no one's getting that crap. So. All right. Yeah, we'll be in touch. Thanks again for popping in, and I'll see you soon. Adios. Have a great day. And like I said, if you happen to check out the restream, I'll be on comms, so I'll